Okay, welcome back to another drive. So this is actually our first drive that we are doing since having the 2020.12.5 update. And first thing we're going to do is take this crazy roundabout here and see how it handles it. All on autopilot. Here, look at how tight that is. Circular on-ramp. Right in the center. Look at it.
Right in the center.
Look at how that's centering it. It's still keeping us at 25, which is ridiculous. But let's just see if it actually gets on the freeway at a better speed. It is speeding up right now, which is great. It used to like not at all speed up. We're going 42. All right, that's not bad. We do have a long ramp here to get up to speed, which is not really a fair test because the ones that I often tested on, it doesn't even, it's got like, it's basically like the 18 to 167 and it's like terrible. And I know you guys that are in Europe, you tell me that you have very short on-ramps, and I'd be curious to see how autopilot ever handles that, because it seems like unless you have a long ramp, it doesn't really work that well. But what we're looking for today, because this is the first update, our first real drive, maybe second drive, depending on if I release that, the video we just made, but one of our first drives on this update, and what we're looking for is phantom braking, how well it centers itself, which in the first test, it did great. I mean, it didn't even sort of hug a line there. And then we're looking for anything else that pops up, like better visualizations or anything else like that. So, I mean, the first thing I want to really look at here is so I've been cooped up in the house, working a lot from home. Amber's been out driving the car, and per your request, I actually put a mic on her today, so you could actually finally hear her. So babe, you've come home multiple times saying, hey, the car did this today. Is that normal or something like that?
Yeah.
So what are some of those things that's been going on?
Okay, well, there's really two things that I've noticed that have been kind of bothersome. And one is I typically drive when I'm on the freeway around our house at 67 miles per hour. And it will automatically kick me down to 65 in certain random spots. So it's not like overly, doesn't affect the driving, but it is kind of annoying. The other thing is when I go through certain intersections, it'll kind of jerk the wheel and get really confused as to like what lane it's supposed to be on when I'm doing city driving. So those are the two kind of weird things that the car has been doing prior to this update. Okay, well, I'm just going to say it before any one of you guys say it, and that is that we realize it's not supposed to be doing the right thing in cities yet. It's not. They don't claim for it to be. Why isn't it kicked off autopilot? Is it going to try and take this? Is it going to do it? Oh my word. Lane change.
And is putting on the blinker for making this merge. It knows it's got to get over here in just a few feet. Oh, it just went through that entire...
interchange.
Interchange, but it's... What?
Albeit turtle slow.
Yeah, but that would have never done that before. Like, there was no actual turns. Like, there wasn't, like, city driving. I think it still thought it was a normal on-ramp. Like, and it has gone from one freeway to another freeway. That's not new. But that was a very complex merge. We're talking slow speeds, tight corners, wrapping around. That was a big deal.
That's pretty impressive.
And it kept us centered in the lane. That was awesome. Wow. So I'm going to attribute that to this update because I've been complaining lately about how it's got issues all over the place. And since we've been driving, we've seen improvements in staying in the lane. It just did an insane, felt like city driving. That was the closest I've ever felt to navigating me through a city street, where it's actually making turns, even though it wasn't a turn. It was close to a turn. One of those corners was 90 degrees.
It was a merging turn.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a
90-degree merge.
It was a 90-degree merge and turn. That's huge. One thing we saw earlier, too, when we weren't recording, and we'll get some of it in this video today, is people. It's picking up on people. It seems like it's picking up on people much easier. And before, it would pick up on someone if they walked right in front of your car. But this was getting people like across the street, kind of kitty corner. So we're going to test that out too. We're trying to see everything new in the car. We took it out kind of in the parking lot a little bit around my house in the update video. But this is the first time actually on a freeway. So, babe, have you ever noticed any phantom braking in the last couple weeks?
I haven't really noticed phantom braking.
You did say you saw it drop down a little bit. Let's just address that really quick too, because that's a mapping issue. It feels really weird saying this because anyway, but that's a mapping issue. So basically, when the map loses like where you are, or it loses some kind of maybe data, I don't know what it is with the map, and it disconnects and reconnects, it'll put you down to just 5 over the actual speed you're supposed to be at. So you'll lose anything over that 5. It's just kind of weird that happens.
I could believe that, because in that particular area, when it was doing that, that is an area where we have dropped calls in that particular area before. So I could see that being a connectivity issue.
Yeah. By the way, you guys see what I did there? I just tapped that button. It says saving dash cam footage. And it just saved the last 10 minutes. I'm hoping it captured. It hasn't been 10 minutes since we went through that thing. No. So I want to look at that footage. So you guys, and I'll put it up on screen so you can see what the car did navigating through that, just to see how close it was to the sides and all that. I think that'd be kind of interesting. You notice that the car does have me in the right lane for merging onto this other freeway. What we're going to be seeing here is how much it slows us down, if any. And you can see that it does put the line on there, but it doesn't put a blinker. So it put us down to 55 for the on-ramp.
I mean, technically, are we merging? I guess so.
Yeah, we're merging onto another freeway, but it put us on 55. Now, it should put us back to 60, though, which will be a new thing, by the way. It took this at 60 with other updates. So now I should set the max speed back up to 60, is what there it did. So officially now it does slow down for on-ramps and speed back up automatically without me doing anything. That's 2 very big things it never did before.
But it doesn't put you back up to the 5 over. You still have to...
Right. Which, to be honest, I'm okay with that. Like, different freeway, different circumstances. Maybe the driver didn't want to be, speeding there. I don't want the car deciding when to speed for me.
But let's be realistic. Who doesn't want to go 5 over?
I know, but I can see why when you're programming cars with laws and stuff.
Oh, no, yeah, I can agree with that, yeah.
So here's something that's kind of funny. So you see this car here. Okay, it got out of the lane. This car was coming behind us, and it passed us because we were going too slow, and then the car wants to cut over right away because it saw it coming up to get out of the fast lane, which wants to cut him off again. I'm glad that the car sees far enough back to know if someone's going to do that swerve thing. It does a pretty good job of that. So it's keeping us now in the passenger lane. And one thing that I've always had a pet peeve about, which it's not doing right now, is it doesn't know, or it didn't know, that an exit lane wasn't just another lane. So it would treat that like a slow lane. So it would get over there.
Oh, yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, it would force you into an exit. Did you notice that?
No, but I never navigate on autopilot.
You just regular autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it would do that. It just drove me crazy. But it didn't do that there. It kept us in the middle lane, which is a really big deal. And you can see here it's keeping us to the left, not centering us over there, which is good.
Thanks again for watching another one of my videos. If you haven't already, please take a second and like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more and more content. So here's what you can expect. Every week my goal is to put out 3 videos. The next one in the tutorial series, an autopilot driving challenge video, as well as a product review. So now I just want to thank my patrons. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for believing in me and supporting this channel. And if you're looking for some accessories for your Model 3 or your Model Y, just go down below in the description. I've got codes to all kinds of products down there to save you a bunch of money while you're tricking out your car. Thanks again. See you soon.